It's the end of the day with Ray. Hello, my friends. You can tell I'm excited because I'm wearing my BTA hat. Folks, it's time. It's time to get out of the dens, get out of the houses. The world's opening up, and we're going to the BTA meeting in the spring. It's in March 19th and 20th, and I brought Deborah Dennis and my good friend Tim Redigar, and we're going to talk about BTA Spring Break. Folks, how are you doing? Are you as excited as I am to get out of your house and go to this BTA and meet our friends that we haven't seen in a year?
Absolutely. I am ready.
All right. Tim, what about you,
You
man?
better believe it. We can't wait to get out and get to see our friends and neighbors and cohorts in the BTA. We're excited.
Well, I know we're going to still have some social distance things, but you know what? I think we're all adults now. We've all learned the processes. I went out and got my mask with my logo on it. I'm ready to go. We get the tape measures, make sure we stay 6 feet apart from each other, but we got to get together, folks. We got to start, talking to each other and sharing some of the experiences we had over this last horrific year, the worst year in the channel's history by far. We still got a little bit of a battle in front of us, but it's a great time to start coming together again. No better place than the Disney Grand Floridian, in Orlando, Florida. And I know we got a lot of speakers coming to this thing. I'll be doing my A4 Revolution. Folks, get ready for that. We're going to talk about that. And, Deborah, can you tell us some of the other speakers? And Tim, who else is going to be there with us?
Yeah, I'm glad to. Tim, if I miss anybody, please make sure I hit them all because we've got a good
You'll get it. You'll get it.
Yeah, and obviously, Ray, we're excited to have you there speaking about the A4 Revolution. Sally Brossi with Great American is going to be talking about the missing piece of the behavioral and hiring, telling us how to make better hiring decisions.
All right.
We all know that starts there. Diane Waltmuth is going to be there to talk about administration in the leadership circle, about how the administration team can actually uncover revenues to help the bottom line of a dealership.
All right.
We've got John Schweitzer of Continuum is going to talk about cybersecurity. We have a keynote address with Stephen Shepard of Shepard Communications, and he's going to talk about the multi-generational workplace and really how we can all work together to improve the dealership.
All right.
And then we have Jack Duncan, who's going to be doing a service workshop panel. We're going to have 3 other people with him to talk about how you can actually improve your service numbers, from the production numbers as well as the bottom line numbers.
Well, Tim, you've been going to these BTA meetings for a long time. I've been going to them for a long time. Don't you think this is really going to be one of the most important ones to come together and really start the conversations about the future of our channel? Because we've all been slapped in the face now, and we know that we have to transition. We know there's a lot of stuff coming ahead of us. And, what are your thoughts of the history of the BTA? So think about this. Over these last few decades, when have we ever been in this kind of a situation?
I don't know that we've ever been in any situation like this. This is not anything that's normal. It's not anything that I've ever seen. As a matter of fact, I just wrote a little article. I found out I was late, but I said I've been in this business since the 70s and thought I'd seen it all. But we know now that there's no room for complacency, and you better be organized and ready and expect change. We always said change is the only consistent thing. Boy, have we seen it. And now we know we have to be ready for change, and we've got to adapt. And what this meeting will allow us to do is talk to those folks that are changing and what they're doing to change and how they're being successful and where they're stubbing their toe. So we need to talk to each other so that we can figure our way out. And that's what the BTA has always been about, is dealers helping dealers.
Well, and the other thing is, folks, it won't be on Zoom. Now, Zoom has a place, and I'm the biggest guy for technology. Hey, we got to go to the future, all that stuff. But there's nothing like getting, with your comrades and talking and having some conversations that, maybe you don't want anybody else to hear you having. But, maybe we could share some of our real pain that we've had over this last year. And like you said, Tim, some of the successes that some of the folks have had. Because there has been some successes. It's not all doom and gloom. It never is. It's about, who are you surrounding yourself with to help you go to the next place. I'm so damn excited about this meeting. I'm telling you, you spend a year not going in public, with your friends. It's a long time, and it's a long, long time. So, is there anything you want to say, before we end this?
Well, hey,
Go ahead, Tim.
Well, I just want to say one quick thing. We just did a study on Zoom meetings and how effective they are. It takes 3 Zoom meetings to accomplish what happens in one face-to-face meeting.
Interesting
So
statistic.
you see how important it is for us to see each other and talk, and we are excited over this opportunity to see these wonderful vendors that are going to be there to make this thing possible, and see all the dealers and all the energy that comes from those dealers. And look at the energy that Ray has. That's just part of it.
Well, we got to have energy. My gosh, what else do we have? We have been storing it all up. I feel like a battery. It's about ready to explode. What about you, Deborah?
Well, I agree with everything that Tim is saying, and, having the camaraderie of all of us in a room together, the energy that it brings. But, even if you look at from on the aside, bring your family. It's 80 beautiful sunny degrees in Florida.
That's a good point.
And what better time to actually go to Disney? Right now, they are operating at 35% capacity, and what that really means is you don't have to wait in lines very long.
No, that's interesting.
They have a certain number of people, so where you might have to wait for a ride 3 to 4 hours, you're in like 30 minutes. I mean, that's beautiful. They've got great security for making sure they have the safety measures in place. Again, Grand Floridian is a beautiful, beautiful property, and I think everybody really will just enjoy it. Come have a couple of days with us at the show, and then have your family, send them off to Disney to have a good time.
Well, we all need a good time, that's for sure. I would give everybody a warning as you pack your suitcase. So if you're like me, you've been in your den, you kind of been wearing sweatpants or, maybe just long shirts because you're on Zoom, and those work clothes might not fit over the COVID belly, I call it. So make sure you test out your clothing. But hey, I look forward to seeing you all in Orlando. It's coming up. It's less than 2 months away. So let's keep tabs with each other, and maybe we'll do another promo right before we hit the planes to get to the sunny state of Florida for the BTA Spring. And folks, go to bta.org. It's all there on the website. And just, what? Here's the deal, my friends. We got to see each other in person because we all know this. Status quo is the killer of all that'll be invented. Don't get stuck in status quo, and I'll see you all tomorrow.